Hello. And today we're going to be talking about what if America lost the Revolutionary War, or the American Revolution. Now, you don't even have to go to public school to learn this, but America won, and that's why we are sitting here today, not as British subjects, but as American citizens. Yeah, I sure hope you know that. But what if that didn't happen? What if the British just crushed the American Rebellion in a few short months? Which almost happened. Now let's get into it. So, the American Revolution started in 1775 and it lasted till 1783. Technically, tensions have already been boiling before 1775, but those were just words being thrown around. This was serious war. Now, why was America upset? So after the 7 Years' War, Britain was poor, so they asked America, pay them taxes. You know the whole thing, taxation without representation. America got mad, threw a pity fit, and started a revolution. So, what if the British troops just went into America, like they were already there before the revolution began, and just crushed them, like crushed the Americans? Now, this kind of almost happened, but it took a bit longer than a few months. So let's just say the battles of Lexington and Concord took place, everything was normal. And then let's say at Bunker Hill, everything was normal then. But then let's just say there was another major, let's go to the Battle of Bunker Hill. That's a great example. Let's say that the colonists actually lost that battle. Now, they did originally lose it, but let's say the colonists suffered 1,000 casualties and the British only suffered 400. Now, obviously, this wouldn't mean they would have to defeat because the Americans didn't have a proper army at this point. So they elected George Washington in June 1775 to lead the Continental Army. He said yes, and, well, that's where we are. That's where I'll start. So, let's go to the Battle of Saratoga, which all pretty much convinced the French to join. But let's just say that the British actually destroyed the Americans with that. Because if you know the Battle of Saratoga, America won. Let's just say the British actually just went in there and destroyed the American army. Then let's just say after a lot of defeats, because America suffered a lot of defeats, George Washington actually suffered more defeats than actual victories. So let's say America just kept suffering defeat after defeat after defeat. And then let's just say, because the British destroyed the Americans at Saratoga, France, Spain decide to stop supplying America because they don't want to have war with France. I mean, Britain, because 7 Years' War. And let's just say at the Battle of Yorktown that George Washington tries to make the British hold out, like the British soldiers in Virginia, to surrender. That failed because they escaped by the sea, and let's just say that was it, and the British won. Now, what would happen after? Well, really a lot of stuff would happen, a lot of turmoil. Now, when a rebellion fails, it's usually not that great for the people who tried to do the rebellion, just saying. So, probably the founding fathers, or they weren't founding fathers like George Washington and other, people who had a key part in the revolution would probably be hanged because there's traitors. Like the whole people who participated in the movement to gain independence were traitors, but, you can't hang, pretty much only 1/3 of the people in America actually supported the revolution, so you can't hang 1/3 of the people. Anyway, but other than that, life would kind of go back to normal. When I mean normal, I mean not really. Now, the civilians who didn't even get caught up in the war would probably don't even care. They'd just go on life normal. George Washington and, old members of Congress would probably be hanged or sentenced to life in prison or something of that sort. Just a punishment. But there would probably be some small little rebellion groups that would try to rise up and commit guerrilla warfare. They'd be easily crushed though, because nobody even cared anymore. Now let's fast forward 100 years. So America is, probably part of the Commonwealth right now. They didn't have the Civil War, so America would probably become of the Commonwealth, and the United Kingdom would probably still be a major power today, kind of take the place of the U.S. Yeah, so America would become a Commonwealth along with its brothers like Canada and Australia and India and all those fun guys. So yeah, frankly, a lot would happen only to the people who were involved in the rebellion, not really the civilians who literally had no idea about politics or anything. So it would kind of be normal life, but again, not really. So thank you guys for watching. Bye.